Wow. I know he could sing, but damn. Damn, young Marko. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you're new here, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and you're good to go. That helps me out a lot. Hopefully it helps you out too, so you don't miss these when they go live. Now, everybody knows that I'm currently working my way through the Human Nature album by Nightwish, and I'm loving every single second. But I've decided to take a quick sneak peek at Marko's side project, Tarot. I'm looking at a song called Wings of Darkness, and I'm going to be looking at the old version. Why? Well, I know it's not going to be great quality, but this song was released in 1986. That's my birth year. This is my birth month. So I have to do it, right? I'm super excited. I'm expecting to see a very young Marko, but musically I have no idea. Can't wait to get into this. Tarot, Wings of Darkness. Let's see what you got. Ooh, okay, this is awesome. I'm a huge Kiss fan. I'm hearing some Kiss-like things, and I'm loving it. I grew up on this kind of stuff. That bass is just working super hard at providing that heartbeat of the song. Drums the backbone. He's doing some frilly bits, but he's playing a simple beat. It's supposed to be kind of that canvas for the music, and that awesome guitar riff that's being looped and repeated. They did some nice stuff like cut the bar short, have a quick break. I can't wait to hear him sing, but this is ticking all the boxes. Okay, I'm fully in for this. That vocal is awesome. Proper power metal vibes there. Some Bruce Dickinson things going on. That is so good. His voice is so strong there and very different. I understand this was a long time ago, so of course that's going to be the case. But wow. I know he could sing, but damn. Damn, young Marko. Now also, can we count the pixels on the screen? Of course we can. But we're going to ignore it. We're going to call it an effect, and we're going to get on with it. We ride the north wind, over the mountains without a care. I like that. So you'll hear that guitar riff they started with is actually a sentiment of that, or a variation of that's being played while he's singing, except they palm muting pieces so that he can sing on top. As he ends that word, you hear that lead piece running. And I heard some kind of scraping on the guitar there. Sometimes bands do that. They'll scrape with the pick on the strings to give it just a bit of a live feel. It's character. It's cool. We ride the north wind, over the mountains without a care. Those are so signature. I hope that wasn't a solo I interrupted, but those little lead pieces that they're throwing in now to kind of evolve that second verse are awesome. Also, Marko. Young, handsome Marko, Mr. Steal Your Girl over there. Look at that hair, man. Look at that hair. That piece there is actually quite interesting because there's a lot of what's happening there has been translated into more mainstream punk music, actually. That actual syncopation, that snare hit cymbal, and those chords changing with that, the whole band working together, that's something that's quite popular there. And all it does is break up the syncopation on a standard 4/4 beat, and it's really nice. It adds character and personality. I am a huge fan of like 80s solos. There's something about the sound. It's a perfect tone on what they're doing. It's just so damn great. That kind of warmth of the tubes back then and everything. There's something very special about that tone. But the other part about it that I like is it isn't perfect. You can almost hear certain bits that sometimes get cleaned up in studio nowadays, which I hate. So whether there's a slide on a fret, or whether there's a drift off a note, or a bend that goes slightly too far, I love it. I love that character. I think it's all part of the personality of the person playing that solo, and we should hear it. That guy can jam. No surprise, Marko's going to surround himself by great musicians because he is one of the greatest. And this band is awesome. I would put this on anytime. If I'm cooking, at a party, waking up. This is my jam. This is my whole vibe. I grew up on this kind of stuff, so this is sick. Love the solo. Saw him doing a little bit of like whammy bar work. So that bar that attaches to the bridge, when you bend it, it kind of briefly shortens the distance of the bridge to the headstock, and those strings kind of wobble because that distance is being fluxed, and it's awesome. If you do it right, if you do it wrong, sounds terrible. They didn't do it wrong. I feel like I'm in a time machine. A good one. A really good one. And can you imagine how much fun it would have been to watch these guys play live? Oh. Are they still around? Could I still see it? Oh, I just got excited. So much leather going on. One thing I want to point out is with these kind of songs recorded back then, the way they were recorded, they didn't have infinite amounts of tracks that they could use. They used to have to record on a certain amount of tracks and compress those into one, and then they'd lose one from the next set of tracks. And that kept happening. There weren't a whole lot of room for redos. There wasn't a whole lot of room for errors. And that's why musicians from that era were as good as they were. They couldn't be lazy. They had to nail it within a couple of takes. And when it was recorded, it was recorded. You didn't go back and edit that little kick piece. And I love that. I love that whole analog feel. I'm not against digital. I think it needs to evolve, and the tools that have been presented means that younger musicians can create music earlier, and they can kind of experiment with that production. And I think quality is phenomenal now. But this is awesome, and it's a piece of history. I like how you can't hear every single kick because you can see he's playing it because you can see the skin wobble, but you can't hear every single kick due to the nature of the limitations of what they could do with the frequencies, and certainly with the microphones as well that they had. This is cool. This is cool, man. What tone on that, man? That was awesome. That's awesome. Okay, I'm listening to more Terror. Of course I am. You just got to tell me which one's next. That was so much fun. You know what? That is exactly when I say like I grew up on like Kiss and stuff. I'm not lying to you, man. That is my vibe. That's my whole thing. Definitely a power metal vibe to that. Definitely a, you know, it's hard to imagine back then was that heavy, you know, because that's kind of the discussion right now. That's just, to me, seems like classic rock, if you will. But obviously back then it was a different time. I loved that, man. That is so cool. I'm all for it. I am all for it. Marko doing the damn thing then and now, and I'm a fan of both. That was sick. Let me know which one to do next, because there's going to be a next. And until then, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.